Hello viewers, welcome to Parties Extra, brought to you by Party Galaxy. Joining me today are Kevyn Colburn, Greater Oklahoma City Alumna Panhellenic Co-President, and Marca Floyd, Public Relations Chairman. They're here today to tell us about their Panhellenic Association's only fundraiser and luncheon, which is coming up soon, and the spring tea for high school senior girls. Kevyn, first tell us about the Panhellenic Association.
Panhellenic is actually the governing body of all sororities. Nationally, there are 29. Locally, we have 17. And it is basically made up of delegates from each sorority and an alternate from the 17 here that are represented.
And you all meet monthly?
We meet monthly and have been meeting since 1935. We have one fundraiser a year that we work on and to give scholarships to young women.
And you all have, last year you gave how many scholarships?
17 $1,500 scholarships.
Wow.
Which is pretty amazing for one fundraiser, but we have a lot of corporate partners that have really joined in to help us with this.
And that goes to high school seniors in the metro area, is that right?
Yes, going to Oklahoma universities.
Ah, that is just amazing.
And we just got today. We have 65 young women who have that have participated in this for next year. We will have a panel of people who will go through them, and depending on how well we do on the luncheon, and we're going to give, we hope, as many scholarships again. And they're outstanding young women. They are smart and they're active, and they're from all over the metro area, Choctaw, Moore, Edmond, Oklahoma City. It's every area, and we try to come up with we have a pretty good objective process, and they can spend their money any way they choose. Books, tuition, and living expenses if that's what they need. And a lot of the girls really are helped by this.
And this Panhellenic Award is presented in the high schools.
Yes.
At the end of their senior year, probably. Is that right?
At their awards assembly, and that's how they find out.
and representatives from Panhellenic go to the awards assemblies and present them to the young women.
And one of the interesting things is that we're representative of our own sororities, but when we do things like this, nobody knows what our sorority is.
Is that right?
Yeah, so we do it on behalf of all of the Panhellenic members in order to encourage them to participate, and because we want them to do well in college.
Well, there are a lot of sorority women alumna in the city.
Yes.
In the area, in this whole area.
It is amazing how many there are.
Well, Marca, tell us about the luncheon and the Women of the Year.
Okay. We're having a luncheon at Oklahoma City Golf and Country Club, and it's April 7th at 11:30. And we're going to sell tickets. They're $35 a piece. And we have 17 individual women, and they have been chosen by their sororities to be a Woman of the Year in recognition of their volunteerism and community service and service to their sorority. And Helen has been one. So it's quite an honor, and each of the ladies are asked to invite their friends or family in recognition, and that's our fundraiser.
And you used to have a fashion show, and this year you're not?
No, we are substitute because they're 17, and in time constraints for the young people and the husbands and people that come, we are spotlighting each Woman of the Year and with a video show about their accomplishments and a little bit about them, and the presenter will give a little bio for each one, and we felt like that enables the Woman of the Year to be spotlighted better.
It's shorter too.
Yeah, it's shorter.
So who are they?
Okay, Alpha Chi Omega is a sorority, and their Woman of the Year is Kim Wallace. Alpha Delta Pi, Connie Cook. Alpha Delta, Susan Adair. Alpha Phi, Diane Hartley. Alpha Zeta Delta, Heather Patzer. Chi Omega, Allison Calhoun. Tri Delta, Kim Mullins. Delta Gamma, Teresa Walkup. Delta Zeta, Donna Brown. You want to read some of these?
You're doing great. You're doing fabulous.
Gamma Phi Beta, Annette Basie. Kappa Alpha Theta, Tamara Herman. Kappa Delta, Patsy George. Kappa Kappa Gamma, Ann Gray. Phi Mu, Elda Davis. Pi Beta Phi, Mary Bullard. Sigma Kappa, Brooke Brown. And Zeta Tau Alpha, Joan Smith. And they're all wonderful, outstanding women.
17 wonderful people.
Yeah. It's amazing when you read these bios of these women, what they've done and what they've accomplished. It really is quite amazing.
It really is.
And how do you get reservations to come to the luncheon?
Well, the best way would be, I'm going to give you the treasurer's her address. That seems to be the easiest way. And her address is 11416 Shasta Lane, Oklahoma City, 73162. And we're all volunteers, so if you just make it out to the treasurer of the Panhellenic, and we do accept donations, and we do have a 501c3, so we can give you a credit for that, because we want to try to give as many scholarships to senior women as we can.
Perfect. Well, then there's the senior tea. And that's to tell the senior girls all about sorority recruitment.
Yes.
So when is that?
It is Sunday, March 7th, this Sunday at All Souls, and it is at 3 o'clock, and it basically is answering questions for those girls who don't maybe have a mom that was in a sorority, and it basically answers recruitment questions, from what to wear to what to expect, when recruitment is, everything you need to know.
And you do have a fashion show for this.
Yes, yes, and it is going to be put on by Allison's Closet.
And they show the girls samples of what to wear. They don't dress like their mommies and their grandmommies.
Is that right?
Yes. They tell them this is what is going on this year in each school. And so it's really helpful to them to see what if flip-flops are okay, or if you dress up, and so it really comes from the girls, and they tell the young women, this is what we suggest that you do, and Allison's Closet has been nice enough to have about quite a collection of the clothes to show the girls how to dress, and we have representatives.
Really learn something.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's really beneficial to those girls that don't have someone to talk to about recruitment.
And we have representatives from just about every Oklahoma university that has sororities. And they will be there to answer questions at a table and tell them the dates and all the different, and about recommendations and things like that. So it's quite helpful for those that really want to be brought up to date.
Okay, well, so that's very cool too. So how did you all get involved with Panhellenic?
I got involved. A friend of mine's mom had been, who was in my sorority, had been a delegate for like 17 years, and basically said, I'm ready to retire. And I got involved, and I absolutely love it. I've met some just wonderful women, and it's really been so cool to see all of the scholarships we've given, and just to see how the luncheon has grown.
Do you work with the collegians?
You know, we don't get to a lot. I was the vice president last year, and I got to, we had some entertainment and had some collegians there, and so it was really neat to get to know them as well. Yeah.
How about you, Marcia?
Well, I was asked as well to represent my sorority. However, I've always enjoyed working with people from all over and getting to broaden your base of friends. And my husband has been ill, and I got wonderful letters from everybody all across the community, and it just gives you a way to. It touched me to see from all the different groups, and they are mostly all very active in their communities in some way or another. And we try to support everybody's philanthropy, and then we have our own as a base of all but each individual group generally has something going on, and we try to help if we need to participate with them, and it just encourages you to meet new people. And I've really enjoyed it. I think
like the Pi Phi Luncheon was today.
And you
I did. And the Tried Out Art with a Heart was last week. So, I mean, there's lots going on at all times, I think.
Absolutely.
Yes. And they really contributed a lot to our community.
I agree. Anything else about the spring tea or the luncheon that you all want to say?
We would just encourage you, if you want a day out for a nice luncheon, to please come, and I think you'd be very impressed. I think it'd be a very nice little luncheon out.
Uh-huh. And the luncheon is for everybody, men and women. It's put on by Panhellenic, but it's for everybody.
Yeah, Greek or non-Greek.
Greek or non-Greek, and the same thing with the tea. Parents are invited to accompany their kids, their daughters. Now we don't have the fraternities; we just have the sororities.
Right.
But they are all invited to come and hear what is being told to their children, and ask their own questions. And I think that's why it's a nice thing to do.
Very successful.
Very successful.
Well, congratulations to all of the 2010 Panhellenic Women of the Year. They are all very deserving women, and I'm proud to know many of them. Thanks, Marca, and thanks, Kevyn, for bringing our attention to this fine event, which provides so many scholarships to our area high school senior girls. We hope you have a big turnout for this event. Thanks again.
Thank you, Helen.
Thanks, Jim Ballion, for our flowers, our beautiful spring azaleas today, and for our background artwork, JRB Art at the Elms. Thanks, Joy Reed Bell.